So we originally wanted to do the one podcast as usual for the last 1 week. But we decided that because the TV and film stuff was going on for so long...
Well, hang on, this is going to be confusing. Because if you start both of them that way, they're almost the same, so you still might get that thing where you're like, oh shit, I've just listened to this one.
But now that you've rudely interrupted, they won't have that.
Perfect. It's almost like I'd pre-thought it and knew that you'd latch onto it. That's how much faith I have in you.
We're like yin and yang.
Yeah.
So, in the future we're going to be making separate film casts. That is the way it's going to be from now on. A games cast and a film cast. So, the next 15 minutes is going to be exactly the same.
Well, it's like 20... It's about 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
It's like an intro that we did before we realised we were definitely going to have to split them.
Yep.
So, when you listen to the other one afterwards, which you obviously will,
of course,
then you might want to just skip over. Or if you've listened to the other one and they listen to this one, then you might want to skip through the intro because it's just going to be the same thing. So just keep jogging ahead until you...
Or if you're
jog on! If
you're a fan of fucking brilliant comedy, you'll maybe want to listen to it again.
You could just recap and just listen to it over again. So what's this one again? This is the game.
This is a Gamecast.
Okay, so welcome to episode 2 of Pedestrians podcast. Graeme's here, just like cracking up, like as though we don't know what to do, as though it's only our second show ever and we really got no fucking idea.
You started that quite abruptly. I didn't realise you were going to start.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You were clicking buttons and then we're recording. So
22 seconds in already.
Yeah,
mad.
I think that's been quality. 22 seconds.
Yeah, 22 seconds of pure audio gold, including chair squeaks.
I think we should make the chair squeaks part of the podcast every week.
So, thanks everyone. We had a really good response to the first podcast, and I think, like, from a standing start as well, like, no one knew who we were. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, I mean, to get the kind of downloads and everything that we got for the fact that we had such low expectations, I thought was really good.
Yeah, like the official figure that we wanted to, well, we'd sort of agreed on a figure, like, right, if this many people listen to the show, then we'll be happy with that. And we've had like almost 3 times the amount of listens than what we would have been happy. Well, no, 30 times.
Yeah, 30 times. Yeah.
No, something like that. But yeah, like we really overshot, and like, yeah, it's good, like, because, you know, like, to speak to that many people in one room, if you can imagine that many people crammed into one room, you'd be overwhelmed. You'd be like, shit, all these people listen to what I'm saying. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? And
it's quite funny because usually I undershoot instead of overshoot. So,
yeah,
that's the problem I have.
But the one thing that we really want to try and push is, like, if anyone's listening to the show, then like, go follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and remember to subscribe to us on iTunes, because then you're going to get the automatic downloads, and review us as well, because that's like a big thing for if we want to start coming up in the chart. I mean, we've got no chance in the next fucking like year of like getting anywhere near, you know, like top of the charts at all. Not going to happen. But you know, like, unless people are leaving reviews and rating us, then we're never going to climb that ladder. That's one of the things we want to try and do. So
I tried to give us like 5 stars a few times, but I don't think it was registering.
Yeah, no, I sat there for about 2 hours just clicking on 5 stars.
Yeah,
and then I think it just goes on IP address and like your account. So that's
damn you, Apple!
Damn you and your clever things.
Would have got away with it, wasn't with the pesky Apple kids.
God damn it!
And just to remind you, it's at Podestrians on Twitter.
Yeah.
And Podestrians on Facebook.
Yeah, it's real straightforward. Nothing too. I mean, you can link to us from the website as well. Like, all the follow Pedestrians is on there, and then also just spread the word, man. Just tell your friends and your family. Maybe your mom is bored and she wants to listen to 2 strapping young chaps while she's, you know.
I thought you were trying to promote our podcast. The annoying thing about our name, just realising that now, is that every time you tell someone about us, you're going to have to emphasise the po part.
Yeah.
People are going to think you're slightly deranged.
Yeah, because they say, like, it's Podestrians, and you can see them looking at you like, what?
And then they realise you've made a shitty pun, and everyone feels awkward, and it's weird.
It's just a fucking, just a nightmare.
But if you could this week, tell one person you think would be interested,
we should challenge people. It's a shit challenge, but if you say if you can suggest this podcast to just one other person,
we'll give you 15 XP.
Yeah, you'll get 15 Pedestrians XP. And you can use that for anything.
Yeah,
you can
nothing. I mean, either way.
Yeah, you can redeem that for real life money.
Yeah.
The exchange rate has yet to be figured out.
Just go to your bank, tell them you've got Pedestrians XP, and see what happens.
Yeah, and they will definitely deal with that for you.
Yeah, in some way.
Yeah, I think we've got a thank you as well. We've got to make a thank you to someone.
Yeah, personal thanks to the Iron Giant at Zombie Scalper. It's a forum. What is that forum for?
Well, it's for armor. Mostly like armor-based mods. So I think they've got like a DayZ. Well, it's not a mod anymore; it's a standalone game. But they've got like a DayZ forum on there. They've got bits for then some of the mods that are out for it as well. So people can just go there. I mean, go there and check that out.
Yeah,
he's got a nice little setup, and he basically put a banner up for us, didn't he?
Yeah, it's great. It looks fantastic. So thanks to the Iron Giant at Zombie.
Yeah, thanks for that, dude. That's awesome.
Right, so what do we do now? Oh, we talk about we do a podcast now, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just keep forgetting how this goes.
Yeah.
So, how was your week?
It's been a weird one because most of the week we spent, well, not together, but we were working on. I
think in our minds we were together.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, well, definitely. Well, not all the time. Yeah. But there were some times when I wanted me time, and in that time I was with other friends.
You're so selfish.
In my head, in my brain. But we were sort of together a lot of the week, just promoting and talking to people and trying to push the show and stuff like that. But when I wasn't doing that, I was having a birthday.
You had a birthday. Congratulations!
Yeah, I've had a birthday in the last week.
Many happy returns.
Yeah, that was cool.
I got you this nail.
Yeah, thanks.
There you go.
If you just to prove we really have got a nail, hang on. That is the sound of a pin dropping.
It is. You can hear a pin drop.
Yeah. I had that. And my girlfriend got me a really boss present. She got me an Amy Winehouse LP. And I say LP, I'm not being old fashioned. It is a long play. It's a 12-inch. Well, it's two 12-inch vinyls in a folding sleeve. And then she gave me her credit card to buy a turntable with. So
nice.
That's cool. So I can start bringing all my vinyl back over as well. So
you have a good girlfriend.
I do. Yeah, she's awesome. So that's that. And you, sir?
I'm not in a very good mood this week with the whole independence stuff and.
Oh shit! Because we said we were going to come back to that, didn't we?
Yeah.
And Scotland voted no.
Scotland voted no. Are we the first country ever to kind of reject having?
Is that a fact?
I think it may be. I saw it on Twitter and Facebook, but I mean, I'm not going to say that's a fact. It's a Facebook.
It's a Facebook fact.
Yeah.
So Facebook fact: Scotland are the first country in the world. You heard it here first on Pedestrians.
So now it's a Pedestrians fact.
Yeah, no, it's a Pedestrians fact, and first country in the world to have the to have independence on the table,
and then
just squander it. Just.
And I mean, I'm not one of these Braveheart people. I mean, I know.
Why is your face painted blue?
That's totally separate, isn't it?
That's a different thing. You're waiting for the call from the Blue Man Group. Yeah. You're going full Tobias on us.
going full funky. I mean, I'm not. I didn't want independence for those reasons. For me, it's completely rational. I mean, who do you want making the decisions? People in your country, in your region, or people that don't really have any frame of reference as to what's happening there?
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, independence is one option. Either that or the United Kingdom needs to be kind of federalised and that there's more power given to the different regions.
Well, someone was talking. I'm sorry. If anyone's listening to this and they're thinking, why they're talking about boring politics, it's not boring. It's fucking awesome.
It's not boring, and it's just been really annoying this week that this has happened. I usually try and get myself over to other sides. I'm quite an empathetic person and stuff like that, but with this, I can't understand why you would have voted no. I just really can't understand, especially the things that have happened since the lies, the promises that have not been kept or won't be kept.
Yeah, but then everyone. everyone knew that. Like, well, if you didn't expect that, then
you shouldn't have a vote.
Yeah.
If you're that dim-witted, you should not be voting.
So what you're saying is they should take away the vote from the majority of Scotland.
Yes.
So like 54% of Scots should not be allowed to vote.
Disenfranchise Scotland.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but as I said, just really disappointed with that. And I'm not anti-English. I mean, I have an English friend.
I'm not anti-English. I got loads of English friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's nothing to do with England. It's England could be anyone. England could be Spain. It's just having the decisions made where you are. I mean, that's just a completely rational thing I don't understand.
Yeah.
And even the things that were getting said beforehand, like European, will we be in EU, etc. Obviously, that was just scaremongering, but everyone was just too gullible and believed that these stories would come true. But what can you do?
Or they subscribe to the Don't Think campaign.
Yeah, with that woman and
yeah. So that's sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Sad, but I suppose like 54% of Scotland would disagree with us, or 54% of the voting population of Scotland would disagree with that.
But the thing about opinions are some people's opinions are wrong.
Well, that's a fact.
Yes, it is a fact. Your opinion is wrong.
Yeah. There's that. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get too into it, but there's that whole thing of like if you believe in Father Christmas, then that might be your opinion, but your opinion is wrong. Yes. Yeah. So there's that to consider as well.
Sorry, are you saying that Father Christmas is not real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind blowing. Like, my mind is blown on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm here. That's my job. That's why you took me on to blow you every week.
Yeah. God, we had to go homoerotic swirling.
I know. 10 minutes in.
So, and then my fucking neighbour. So, I was being neighbourly. This DHL guy came over, said, "Can you take this package for someone else?"
Yeah.
I thought, sure.
And it was cocaine.
It was pure cocaine. Yeah.
Pure cocaine. And let me guess, like, you sold it for the money, fucked off, and then they tracked you down. And
I hate it when someone guesses your story beforehand.
Yeah, sorry, man. I read your notes.
No. So I took the package in, left it in my...
And it was a prostitute's hand.
It was a... Jesus, man.
I got it every time.
Twice.
Yeah.
It was a prostitute hand with cocaine all round.
Packed in cured in cocaine.
Yeah.
Did you eat it?
I did.
Good.
I'm still high. So.
Yeah.
No, it was just a normal package, left it in my hall, and then I thought, okay, the guy will come for it. He never came the rest of that evening.
Yeah.
So this morning at 7:20, the doorbell goes, and I wake up and I go to the door, and the guy is looking for his package. It's 7:20 in the morning.
Why?
Because he's a fucking German, and Germans come to your door at 7:20.
I think we're going down the racist rabbit hole again. I think it's happening. We can't just blanket Germans as like.
But who does it? The rules? This is not Vietnam. There are rules. 7:20 is not the proper time to come and collect a package.
Okay, fair enough.
For me, it should be like after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, after 9, like 9:20.
Yeah.
Like if you get like a. Do you have my package? I think like there's a
yeah.
You know what I mean? But 7.
It's just like 9:20. I'll still be sleeping, but I'll accept being woken up at that time. You know, like there's certain times where I will still be sleeping at this time.
Oh, and like you roll over and you go, "Who the fuck is knocking my door at 9:20?" Okay,
that's quite acceptable.
Yeah, it's like it's a third of the way to 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So, but 7:20 is never acceptable.
But did he knock on the door?
It was a buzzer downstairs.
Look, so he buzzed you at 7:20.
And so I mean, the noise of the buzzer just like shat myself.
Jesus. Yeah, that's not on there.
Yeah, so that was a rude awakening.
I just thought of a really like a story about a package once. I used to work at a motorcycle store, and we constantly had like an influx and like outgoings of returns and stuff. And the one time we had there was a sex shop just down the road from us. Well, it was a sex and fetish store.
Okay,
and they
when you have the both.
They're both together. Well, I mean, you may as well.
Yeah,
and they made. Like kind of like fetish suits and stuff, and they also made costumes out of like PVC and rubbers and stuff. Not out of rubbers as in condoms, but they might have done. I'm not sure, but like out of different types of rubber. Anyway, we had a package that turned up in the parts department where I worked, and it had got their address clearly printed on there, but somehow it ended up in our thing.
Okay.
So of course we opened it because why wouldn't you? We just sort of rationalised that we could just say we were opening all the mail and then realised it was wrong afterwards. So we opened it up, and it was like an inflatable gag.
Okay.
With like a bucket on the back that you kind of put over your mouth, and it's like it had got like a tube. If you can imagine an inflatable tube, not like an inner tube, but like a tube that then blows up again. So you've got like an inflatable tube with a thing through the middle, and it got like a bicycle valve sticking out the front. And what happened is you put it over, you strapped it around, and then the tube goes in your mouth and blows up.
Just to let you know, Andy is actually acting this out. So
I'm like showing.
It seems to me that he's done this before. So.
Yeah, well, so you put it in, and then you blow it up, and it means you've got like a breathing hole or a hole to put things in the mouth. And then it's just this sort of black plastic or like rubber just sort of covers your face, and just the eyes, and the forehead's out. Of course, we're fucking around with this thing, having a whale of a time with it, thinking, oh great, showing everyone running around with it strapped to us. Then we found a pube on it. Then we read the letter that came with it, and it was a return.
God almighty.
It was a return.
God almighty.
How fucking horrible is that? And that is like, that's like, it's...
When you go into the shower, do you still think of that and watch it?
No, like right now I've got almost a gag reflex happening. Because, I was like 19 at the time. This is fucking years ago. And I still, every time I think about it, I still get this weird, like not quite a gag, but like a funny tightening around the throat. Yeah.
It's bad enough when you see a pube on like the toilet bowl, or on when you go to the urinal or something.
I'm hoping it was a beard hair.
In or around your mouth.
Yeah, I'm hoping it was a beard head, dude.
But
oh my god, it wasn't just me that had it on. The boss of the department also had it on.
At least you've got something to share now with that guy.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
It's like your nan.
Stop. I was thinking if he hears this, well, not that he will, but if he hears this podcast, I think he'd just sort of switch off and just drift into some kind of catatonic state.
Anytime you see him, you just have this awkward look at each other, like we know what happened.
Yeah, like we should never talk about this.
Right, so should we talk about what we're going to be doing with the podcast?
I think we need to let people know, because we've had a lot of sort of contacts with people asking us, when are we releasing new podcasts, and what's the format going to be, etc., etc. Because last week we kind of talked about the fact that we're going to be covering film and games, but last week we didn't really cover film, and that was by design, because last week's show was 2 hours, and we just didn't cover film because there was too much to talk about. I
think when someone's downloading a new podcast and they see it's like reaching 3 hours, then they maybe put off by that.
Yeah, it's a lot of time to invest.
Yeah.
But what we're thinking of doing is next week we've got fellow pedestrian Tom coming to the show. So he's coming to us all the way from Dublin for a couple of episodes. And then what we want to do is we can have him on the show. You can get used to the dynamic. You can get used to all of that sort of stuff. And then we're probably going to split the show, I would say. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So I've split the show then into a film and a Gamecast. And that means that we, if you're into film and game, bonus, you get 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
If you're into film or game, then you can have one or the other. And I think that's a better format.
Yeah, because I know that there are some podcasts that do things like video games, and then they have like a tabletop section of their podcast. And I'm not that interested in tabletop games, so I tend to like skip forward, and it's kind of annoying if they're split. So I think people that maybe not interested in film or gaming will be put off. So it's good to have a kind of situation where they can just kind of a la carte their podcast.
I like the fact that you brought that in there. Cool.
See when Tom's on, can we get him to say there's more to Ireland than this?
Yeah, we can definitely get into that. He's not Irish,
but can he put on an Irish accent?
I'm sure he can. Yeah, yeah, but he's not. Well, he's a fellow Brummie. Well, not really Brummie. He's from Redditch, which is Redditch was quite famously once name checked by Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen on an episode of whatever it was that he did with his frills. But yeah, he's from the ditch.
I don't have no idea, like anything like Glasgow to London, anything in between is like the flyover states for me.
Yeah, not interested in it. Typical Scot. So yeah, also next week I've got that to look forward to. Tom's going to be here. There's another pedestrian, Aaron, who we're trying to figure out the logistics of like doing a show if we're gonna, because he's not, he is still in the Midlands. He's in Worcestershire.
I know that because of the sauce.
Yeah. Well, Germans say it weird. Germans say. Well, I'm not going to go into it. I can't be bothered to go into it. but yeah, like, so he's there. So we're trying to figure out how we can do that. Like, do we rely on Skype? Do we purchase a service, etc.? All the sort of in between bits and the crap it takes to try and arrange times and stuff like that.
Maybe we could do like half of the podcast with like witty banter and leaving gaps for like response and stuff, and then they could add in their half. Would that work?
We could do one. But what if they say something that we need to respond to?
We'll just need to wing it.
Or we could just put in random responses and hope that they put in stuff that would require that response.
That's an equinet.
But then we've just given that secret away.
Yeah. That's probably how we do it.
Yeah. Me and Graeme aren't actually together. That's why some of this, or most of the stuff we're talking about, doesn't make sense.
Caterpillars.
Wait. So,
computer games.
Yeah. So, what have you been playing?
Destiny still.
Still on Destiny. Yeah. It's like we're going to try and get mileage out of this game. It's like, because it's like last week it was like, yeah, we're reviewing Destiny because we're up to date like everyone else.
No,
and then it's like we're still doing Destiny because we can't afford anything apart from maybe like a $2.50 game off of fucking Google Play or something. Well, I did that last week as well, didn't I? Yeah. That was a free game. Oh, it turns out, just real quick, that if you did listen last week and you heard the thing about Ingress, then it is also available on iTunes as well. iTunes. God damn it. On
iOS?
No, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Whatever the iFruit phones use.
That was a good ingress, digress. Though.
Yeah, oh, nice. Were you impressed by my ingress, digress?
I was. What are we talking about? Okay.
No one knows.
It wasn't just because we can't afford a new video game.
Yeah, it was.
It was because nothing else came out apart from like Hyrule Warriors, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you like Dynasty Warriors?
Don't know.
No,
don't know, mate.
I don't think anyone does.
No.
So, like Japanese.
And like, because you're sort of the play guy, right? Like, you're doing the playing, and I spent the whole of last week that I wasn't doing like stuff that we previously just talked about, which we definitely just talked about, and we didn't record on a different thing. And I'm trying to remember what we talked about, because now we've already decided that we're splitting the show.
Yeah,
we've had to like cleverly splice this in so you can't tell where we did it.
Don't think it was clever, man.
No, it's clever. But fuck it, just carry on.
Destiny.
Yeah. No, I was modding all week. I spent the whole week that I wasn't doing all the stuff we previously mentioned. I was working on the map.
Okay.
So I didn't get the chance to play anything, including with myself. So.
I think there's more
revealing too much.
I think there's been more dick references in these two podcasts.
I know. It's brilliant. The dick week.
Anyway.
So Destiny.
Yes. So what do you want to know? No.
Well, you've got like all your notes written down on 80s maths book paper. So.
I have. Can you hear my notes?
So you tell me.
So my first note is completed the story. Yes, I have completed the story.
Well done, sir.
It was, of course, as I told you about the story, it was completely underwhelming.
Yeah.
You go from Earth to the Moon to Venus and Mars, and then the last mission on Mars is the end of the game, basically.
So they just neglected all the other planets and planetoids.
Yeah. So
and asteroid belt.
Everything else.
Planetist.
Even the last mission. Okay, it's strange because the last mission you fight 3 bosses. So you fight a boss and then you go on to another boss and then on to another boss.
Did they repeat bosses from before?
One of the bosses I've seen in other things, but I don't think he's been in any other story aspect.
Because that was a cheap thing in like the first Assassin's Creed. You fucking fight all the bosses throughout the thing, and then the very last level you have to fight all of them together. It was horrible. Assassin's
Creed wasn't a very good game, was it?
No, well, it was. When it first came out, it was a big deal. Like I enjoyed playing it, but it was just like then I finished it off a few years after, and I think it was just before Assassin's Creed 2 came out, or the next one, and I remember like getting to that last bit finally and being like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
why are we going to do all these again? That's not fair."
It feels to me like Tomb Raider because if you go back to Tomb Raider was amazing at the time, but if you go back now, it's like ass. Man.
Yeah.
It's just
the
controls are just fucked up.
Yeah, it was weird, and I didn't really like the. I don't like games like that. You know, ones just like the
with women in them. Damn you again!
Damn you! No. Just game like I like the puzzle aspect of games, but I always found the controls of Tomb Raider a bit clunky.
Yeah,
like because it was like the third person thing.
Yeah,
but it was also still like it was 3D, but it was only one level removed from a platform game, like the old 2D platformers. So there were things where you needed to be in the exact right position to press something or do something, and it was like a bit of work to get into that position. You know,
the kind of games getting in the way of the game.
Yeah, I found that a lot with it, but anyway, that was fucking. Yeah. Well, when was that? Like 98, 99, was it? It was really early on, wasn't it?
One thing I remember about it, my brother got it in the PlayStation, and for some reason it came out in a double disc, it was like a double compact disc.
Yeah.
Thing. So we got home, I think we went to Irvine or something together, or Ayr, and there was only one disc in it, but it was a double disc compact disc.
Yeah.
So we went all the way back to the shop and we're like, where are the other discs? And they just they sent it out in a double disc, but only had one disc in it.
Weird.
Yeah, so I don't know why they made that decision. But
did you not try it first to see if it worked?
No, we weren't that sensible.
Scots. Jesus Christ.
So we got a dad to drive all the way back to Ayr or something like that.
I bet he was impressed.
Yeah, he loves driving about, it's great.
So,
Destiny. Yes.
So the 3 bosses at the end of that then? Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, a bit late, but it's a bit of a spoiler, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess, but I won't tell you anything else about the bosses. One of the things about it is, in Destiny you can level up without playing the story. So I had basically leveled up to like 15 or 20, and I'd only played like half of the story.
Yeah.
So when I got to this final mission, I was just blowing the guys. I was blowing fools out of the way. I was just like,
fuck you.
Yeah, I was like 11.
Oh, because you were way further ahead than the story expected you to be.
Yeah. So I was like a 24 with crazy armor and crazy guns, legendary guns and armor. I'm just blowing fools out of the way. And when I got to the boss, I was there for like 15 minutes, the whole thing. And that was it over.
And so it wasn't fulfilling as you thought it might be.
No, I mean, like there wasn't. I don't think I died at all in the mission, and yeah, it was just underwhelming, and it was easy. So, but again, is that the game's fault? I don't know. Should the game let you level up at the same time without doing the story? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It's like, yeah, and also, but then you've got like in Borderlands, you've got that system where like before you started a mission, there was like a thing on it that told you what level it was.
Yeah, that's what they've got in Destiny as well.
Yeah, that's it. And I sort of think like surely there'd be a way, because then the random bad guys that were out in there as well, they would like level up with you as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
So like there would be certain areas that you knew you couldn't quite get into because they were like 2 or 3 levels ahead of you. Yeah. So you'd be like, I'm going to get my fucking ass handed to me here. And I would have thought that within the game they would have, on the story mode, they would have kind of leveled up the baddies alongside you, you know?
Yeah, well, they've got like when you start the last mission, I think it's level 18.
Yeah, and
you can actually change that. So the level 18 is normal, and then you can do hard and very hard, and then impossible. Okay. But like so I didn't even notice that at the time. And
you say that now. You took the easy way, didn't you?
I'm kind of paranoid about my abilities as a first-person shooter as well. So when it comes to things like this, I'm always
a user of the English language.
Yes, I'm always thinking, okay, maybe I should go a bit further down because I'm a level 25 at the moment, but maybe I'm not actually that good.
Yeah, well, this is actually with the levels. I was just saying then, I saw a thing that someone had reached the level cap in there.
30.
And it is 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we do know what it is.
The first person to get to 30, yeah.
Who was it?
John from Bristol.
John from Bristol. Didn't just make that up.
No.
There was John from another
no idea where Bristol came into my head.
Another exclusive for Pedestrians podcast.
Yes.
John from Bristol, well done.
I'm a ball hair away from getting to level 26.
Yeah,
which means I can do all the cool things after that, like the raids and stuff like that. I can do certain raids and strikes at the moment, but 26 is quite a big.
It's like a
yeah.
I
basically need to go to the moon and collect like 16 like elements.
Okay,
and that will make my armor up.
16 elements.
I need to get 16 of them.
I thought there was only 4.
16 of the little elements.
Plus obviously the quintessence.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. So the story was disappointing. Again, it was nonsense. You get a pretty cool gun at the end of it.
Yeah.
The stranger gives you a gun, so that's pretty cool.
Strangers give me... Usually they used to try and give me sweets when I was a kid.
Yeah, now they're giving... It's getting so scary out there. Kids are getting guns from strangers.
Fucking crazy.
So,
the world today.
Have you noticed on the news or anything about this thing called the loot cave?
No.
No, it's... so there's a flaw in the system where if you go and stand about, I don't know, in the game terms, about 100 metres away from this cave, where enemies are coming out. So like 4 or 5 enemies spawn at a time, come out of this cave, and then go into the world. But if you stand that far back and shoot them as they come out of the cave, they don't recognise that there's anyone else round about the cave, so they keep respawning.
Ah, okay.
So what's happening now is like 5 or 6 people will be standing at 100 metres away from this cave, shooting at everything as it comes out, and they're dropping all the gear.
So then they'll run in.
And so after everyone's run out of bullets, they run in, collect bullets, collect the gear, and then come back to that spot and stand shooting again.
So they're just farming.
Farming, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So this is happening for you go into Earth, you'll see that happening for like an hour at a time.
It's crazy. Like, that's the thing, though. Gamers in general. I mean, I do it as well. Like as soon as you find something like that, you just you can't help yourself. You know what I mean? It's like I have to. Why would I not exploit this? You know.
But the thing is, Destiny is so unfair when it comes to the loot and the gear that I can see why people are taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and you're just like, well, fuck it.
Yeah, because they're not dropped. Before the most recent patches, legendary gear was rarely dropping.
Yeah,
and they were being really unfair about it. But yeah,
those bastards.
Yeah, but see when you're doing the loot cave and you just in your sight you can see like one of these engrams. It looks like a diamond. So it's just dropped, and you get the greens, the blues, and the purples. Purple's the main one that you want. That's like legendary stuff. When you see that dropping, it's such a feeling of excitement.
Like, oh, what's it going to be?
But you hold off because everyone else is still shooting, so you wait until. And the thing is, they can't see the gear that you've got.
Oh, it's like client side.
Yeah.
So all the gear.
You don't need to rush to get the gear because that is your gear. If
no one's going to nick it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a good idea.
Yeah, but then it will come up like if we all run forward, it will come up on your thing. Like I'm Jeebus. It will say Jeebus collected legendary gear. Everyone else is like motherfucker.
Yeah, we've all been grinding as well, and you got the legendary gear.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So it is really exciting when that happens and stuff. But yeah. So if you do want to add me, I'm Jeebus1888. That's GBUS1888. So yeah, I don't have enough high level players on my friends list.
Okay.
So
you're shamelessly using
to get
the podcast
friends.
to make friends.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we discussed. This is what we started. We wanted people to like us
because we want to speak to other people.
Yeah. So we thought we'd sit here on a Wednesday afternoon and just talk to each other for fucking hours.
Yeah, there's a means to an end.
Backwards.
So yeah, the funny thing with some of the strikes, etc., is that you can play them as a three-man team, but they won't matchmake for you.
Okay.
So you need to know 3 people to get in there.
Do you think they've missed an opportunity there?
Well, I was reading, I think it was in Kotaku, and the guy was saying that when you go into that strike that took 11 hours.
Yeah.
When you go into that, you don't want to be with people you don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, surely they could turn on matchmaking. So it's like, for this mission, do you want us to drop you in with people you choose, or do you want us to matchmake?
Yeah. I guess that should be something.
I mean, it can't be too hard to do.
It totally alienates single players. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm, as I said last week, member of that football forum, if it wasn't for that fact, I wouldn't have anyone to play Destiny with.
Well, what football forum is that?
The huddle board.
Okay, you might as well plug it while we're
there. So yeah, if it wasn't for that fact, Destiny would be completely alienating me.
Well, do you think that's again though? I mean, like, I feel like they've missed opportunities. But like, as a lone wolf player, if you do want to go that route, is it possible? Like, is it?
No.
See, that's the thing. Like, if it's not catering to play styles, then you kind of think like, of course, you can't play offline. So there's that. But that's like, that's very deliberate. Mm-hmm. But I sort of think if you're the kind of person that wants to play the game, lone wolf, you don't want to have to rely on other people all the time. Like, I feel like game makers should try to try and cater for that as well, because there are a lot of people out there that do want it that way, and I wouldn't want to have to rely on a load of fucking knobs in another country that are probably 11. Do you know what I mean? to do like a mission and to progress in the game. Like that's
Yeah, as you said, there should be an option of either you matchmake or you can get 6 people together. They should be either or, but in some instances there's not. One of the times you asked if I could do it myself, I went in. It was supposed to be a fire team of up to 3 people. It wasn't matchmaking, so I went in with one guy from my friends list.
Yeah,
and we just get owned. 2 of us, we couldn't do it.
Yeah, you needed a third gun.
Yeah, and we just needed somebody to be able, even somebody to be able, going about reviving us. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Because once one of you's down, it's like fuck.
The other person either has to try and revive you or hide.
Yeah, and you can't. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. So, but the Britain. To be fair to Bungie, they seem to be really, really working on this game because every day there seems to be new updates.
Yeah.
They're bringing in new things for you to do.
Well, I saw there was like new kind of clothing things you can get, like jackets and shit like that as well.
So I mean, they're really being proactive with this, and so they should be. But they brought in this new Queen stuff. It's kind of new missions and stuff. Like you need to do something for her, like a bounty, and then after that it opens up a mission. And all it is, it's rehashing of a mission that you've already done, but really, really hard.
Okay.
And every time you do a Queen mission, it seems to be dropping rewarding legendary gear.
Okay.
So it's really tempting to people. It's funny though, like with that guy that said, for fuck's sake, it's called. We went into one last night, and he didn't know anything about this, I don't think. And so I invited him in, and we went into this mission that is the very same as one of the first missions on the game.
Yeah.
So he must have been thinking, because we weren't communicating, he must have been thinking, why is this guy taking me into like mission 1?
Mm.
Why does he even need me to be here? So we went for shot out a few random guys, went downstairs into this room, and so he just goes out, all guns blazing. 2-shot kill, and I could hear him over because he's got a mic, but I don't. He's going like, for fuck's sake, man!
So you still haven't got a mic yet?
No, I think I've got one in my box. I've just haven't hooked it up yet.
You got to do it, man.
Yeah, but so he's just like, he's saying all these things over the mic, like, what the fuck? Why is this happening? Like, he couldn't understand it. He's a lower level than me, but he's obviously a better first-person shooter than me.
He's got more experience.
Yeah, but he's got out there, bang, he's dead, and I'm reviving him, bang, he's dead, and I'm just. So he was obviously confused by the fact that this was a different kind of level.
Yeah, it's like this wasn't the first level at all.
Yeah, so I had already done that before, and I'd got a legendary armour, and so we went through. Eventually, we got through it. The game, the mission finished. Came up rewards. I get rewarded with legendary armour again, and he get fuck all.
Brilliant. Because it's like an assist, really.
Yeah, but I felt so bad. I was looking to see, can I gift this to him or something? There was no way I could do it.
So that's weird. So I always think that's a good thing as well. But then also it's bad because like if like let's say you can gift stuff, then there's nothing stopping like if I suddenly bought the game and a PlayStation 4, then like I can come in and I can get a leg up on everyone else.
Yeah,
that's starting late because you can just give me all this cool shit.
Yeah,
I've always thought that was it's a bit annoying because you're like, oh well, you know, again as a lone player, if you're playing on your own, you've got to earn this shit, and if you've got mates, they just fucking give it to you.
Give it to you. Yeah.
Is that a fair system? I don't think it is.
It's hard to kind of balance it. Maybe if you're three of you are doing a mission together, then maybe they need to make sure that the levels are close when you put together a team.
Yeah.
So if something drops in, that person's obviously deserved it because they've got to level 20 already.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I felt sorry for him. So, but as I said, he's a better player than me, but because he wasn't expecting it, he was just getting shot from all angles.
Which must suck for him. So, like, are you? Just coming back to the whole like playing with friends thing, does this make you want to go out there and like try and find people to play with?
Make more friends?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it sort of like, is it a drive for you to think, oh fuck, and maybe I need to join a forum and like to try and meet people?
I think so, because the game that I want to get next, I think next week I'm probably going to buy Diablo 3.
Okay. And
apparently that's something that is just as a one-player game that's not.
You're not doing it.
I mean, yeah, and I think I'll need to have. That's why I keep saying that you get a fucking PS4.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to play that, and I think I'll need to make friends for that. So.
Yeah. I love that. I need to make some friends.
Just start walking about Bamberg. Can you be my friend?
Yeah, I want to play Diablo. I was just walking around and people like, do you want to play Diablo 3?
Yeah. So. So that's all I've basically got to say on Destiny. I tried one of those. The Queen missions by myself.
Yeah.
and I honestly felt like I was cowering in a corner for a lot of the time, getting up, taking a pop shot.
Yeah.
And I'd been going for like an hour, and I'd got like a third of the way through the mission. And it got to a stage where there was a guy with a massive machine gun. He had 2 levels of armour, and the one level goes down, and then if you haven't shot him for a few seconds, it goes back up again.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you got to get through the initial one.
Yeah, before you can get to the next.
Fuck.
So I had rocket launchers and the sniper rifles at start this, but I'd ran out of bullets. So I was basically going up with my primary gun, taking about half of his special armour off, and then that was going back up. So I was like, how the fuck am I going to do this?
Yeah, no, I can't. I literally can't do it.
So I got to the stage where I just ran past him. I was getting shot. I went down to like a millimetre of armour left, and I got into this doorway, and that was me safe from this guy. Get into the next level, there was about 40 of them. I was just
You're like,
fuck
oh,
me.
I'm done.
Yeah, so I just turned. I sent a few requests to people. I was like, join fire team, get no responses, and I was just like, fuck this, I need to leave this. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go find buddies to join your fire team.
Yeah, he was your buddy.
Yeah. So
apart from Destiny, Tim Thomas was alone. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I was looking at the makeup of it, and I was reading like an article about the guy that put it together, and
Mike Biffle.
Yeah, and it was sort of like him talking about the design aspect of it,
Yeah.
and why perhaps it did well for something that looked so simple.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that's been out for over a year. I think it's been out for a long time. It was on a browser game.
Started off as a browser game.
Yeah, 2010 I think it started off then, and it's kind of gone from there. It's essentially a puzzle platformer. All you're trying to do is move a square from one part of the screen to the silhouette of that square on the other part of the screen.
Okay.
But it's so much more than that. The design of it is amazing. You probably saw some pictures of it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw the pictures. It looks like it's one of the things where, again, like the question that people say is like, how can something look so nice that's essentially just made out of fucking rectangles?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But things like the shadow, the lighting in it are amazing. They look really, really smart.
Well, it's like he's sort of used all the like the processing power available to him like really cleverly.
Yeah.
So it's like really simple kind of sprites and scenery, but then you can really go to town on everything else. Then
Yeah.
From there.
And the score, it's so understated, but it's really, really good as well.
I haven't played it because really it's only in the last few weeks that I've even heard about it. Because the guy was doing interviews and putting stuff out there, and so like when I saw it, I was like, "Fuck, I should play this game." It looks fucking cool.
Well, it was a few months ago. I got a PlayStation Vita, and I think it was a really good deal. It was like €160 for the PlayStation Vita and all the Lego games.
Yeah.
All
of them?
I think it was like 6 or 7 or 8 Lego games, like Indiana Jones ones, Batman and stuff like that. So I decided to get that. And also, on my PlayStation Plus, as I went along, I was downloading the Vita games in case I got them got one in the future.
Okay, yeah.
So when I turned on my Vita, I basically had all those Lego games. Hotline Miami, Thomas Was Alone, Fez, Guacamelee, all these different cool games.
Everything was there.
Yeah, so really recommend if you have been doing that to get the Vita. It's fantastic. So playing it on the Vita is amazing as well because it's such a good screen. The definition of the screen is really cool. So what makes it really interesting is the narration.
Okay.
It's narrated by Danny Wallace. I think it's Danny Wallace.
Is he the guy that did the stuff for? He was in Assassin's Creed as well.
He was in Assassin's Creed, yeah.
Yeah. He's like a sort of journalist come writer. Yeah. I know who you mean. Yeah.
He's from Fun D.
Yeah. He did a really cool show. I think it was like Danny Wallace versus the Supernatural or something once.
Right.
Is that the guy I'm thinking of that? I think the glasses.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know who you mean. Yeah.
So he narrates it, and he's an unreliable narrator because he's like giving feelings and emotions to all these squares, and obviously we don't know if they actually feel that and if they're saying that.
Like it's just a sham.
Yeah.
Fucking bastard.
So,
specky twat.
Indeed, fucking Scottish cunt.
Is he Scottish?
Yeah, he's from Fundy.
Is he?
Yeah.
He just said that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I didn't clock onto it. He doesn't sound Scottish.
Yeah.
Is he really Scottish?
I'm going to Google it just now.
Google it just now. Because that's what Scottish people say.
Other
Instead of now, they say just now. As though it's just happening. Well, it is, I suppose. Maybe it's the English that are wrong, even though the language is called English.
I think if the question is, are the English wrong, the answer is usually yes.
Well, like, I'm... Because to me, he doesn't sound Scottish. Does not sound Scottish to me. Type it in.
Danny Wallace.
Danny Wallace.
Other
Is he Scottish? Yeah, it's the same guy I'm thinking of.
Fundy.
Born in Fundy.
He went to University of Westminster. That's probably where his accent left him.
See, so you got a Scottish man who went straight to Westminster. It's the fucking first chance he had. He probably voted no.
Wallace as well.
Yeah,
running towards Westminster.
Yeah. I mean, if I was Scotch, I would be fucking disgusted at
Obviously,
that.
we don't know how Danny voted, but I'm going to say right now he's a race traitor.
I think he went no. I think he went no.
I'm going to assume that.
Son of a bitch.
He's in Are You Dave Gorman? Have you seen that play?
No, I haven't.
No.
Never. But this isn't the play. This isn't the play podcast.
That'll be the fourth podcast.
Because if we did a Pedestrians play podcast, we could just refer to it as Triple P, and that'd be wicked.
But then we would need to have a working knowledge of theatre and do
but check this out, right? People who listen to this podcast now, they turn this on now, like, it's a gaming podcast. We've talked about games, we've fulfilled our promise, and we've also given you rundowns on celebrities. We've talked about Danny Wallace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You weren't expecting this when you turned the fucking podcast on.
We'll give them extra value.
Yeah, we're not just... We're exceeding expectations.
Oh, well, maybe.
Just like all the management courses taught me. Exceed expectations. Or set a low expectation. You know what I mean? And then just blow them out the water.
Yeah. I usually set low expectations and then be that low expectation.
Just drop below them even so. You're like, well, this isn't really... You thought this was going to be shit, but this is going to be horrible.
I fulfill all expectations.
Yeah.
They're low in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the narrator's great. It's really meta. It feels like you're playing like the Tetris version of Seinfeld at times.
Okay.
Because...
Tetris version of Seinfeld.
One of the things he says, first of all, the narrator says Thomas feels as if the world is almost one step ahead of him, one step ahead of his skill level at all times.
Okay.
So it's kind of referencing the fact it's a video game.
Yeah, it's like self-aware.
Yeah.
In that, it's not really self-aware.
No.
Because that would be...
A video game.
Yeah, but it's aware of itself.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean the same thing?
Yeah, I don't know. You're trying to trip me up now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just fucking around with you.
So Thomas is a little red square, then he gets friends, gets James.
So he's better than you.
Yeah, it's Thomas.
Thomas
I'm more alone than Thomas.
Yeah, I was going to say, fucking lonely.
Graeme is alone, Thomas was alone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and just the whole thing builds up to a really, really good game. And I'm feeling I'm feeling kind of paranoid because all we talk about are good things. We should really get something that we criticise, but there hasn't been anything in the radar the last...
Well, no, we did sort of concentrate quite a hell of a lot. At the beginning of last show, we talked a lot about the downsides of Destiny.
But overall, I said it was a really good game.
Yeah, but I mean, if it is, and that's your opinion, then I think that's... Yeah. It's not like we're you know what I mean? When it's not like we're bullshitting. Because, like, to be honest with you, like, sensationalism of knocking a game... is usually always better than just saying, yeah, that's great.
More headlines for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like, so I don't, it's not like we're chasing anything. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
If the game is good, then it's good. Like, why would you say like, oh well, we've got to? It's like that thing when you're at work, right, and you've fucking done your duty. You're sitting down. You've been a conscientious worker, and you've been fast. Mm-hmm. You've done your job, but you've got like half an hour left at the end of the day, and your boss comes and is like, well, sweep the floors then. And you think, well, fuck you, man. If I was a lazy bastard like Dave, then I don't know who Dave is.
He's a lazy bastard.
He's a lazy bastard. Yeah. If I was a lazy fucker like Dave, then I'd just be stretching. You know what I mean? I'd be stretching out like 5 hours working to 8.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be doing the sleeping. So you're punishing me. You're penalising me for being efficient. You motherfucker. Like, and I think it's the same with this. Like, why should we say bad things if the bloody well isn't something bad to say about it?
I mean, there are ones. One that I've noticed so far is sometimes you need to slow down to hear the narration. So the guy, Danny from Dundee, Scottish Danny, who voted no.
Yeah, probably.
Bastards.
Yeah.
So he is saying his piece, but if you get to the silhouette before he says his piece, it just cuts out.
Ah, no.
So if like you can see where you need to go, bang, 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 he can be mid-paragraph.
Yeah, but do you always slow down for it? You always like, I want to hear it.
Yeah, the narration's the best part.
Yeah.
So each square has a different kind of thing. Thomas can jump a certain height, and then later on you get one that can only jump a small height, and then there's one that can jump for miles, and etc., and one can float in water. So you're getting all these friends that can do different things.
Okay.
It's actually, I mean, it's got a really
Can you
cool
like
message.
CG switch between them?
Yeah, that's what you do. It's like R2 or something, and go between the
Okay, and you use them to solve the problem.
So you need one to stand on, and then you jump, and then...
So you've got a friend whose skill is, you can stand on me.
Yeah, basically.
It's a friend I want.
Yeah.
I want a friend I can...
There's one, I think it's the floating one, it's a woman. She always feels really sad because of the other people used to bully her, but now she's got a purpose because all the other blocks can stand on her and go across the water. I mean, obviously Mike Bithell is going for, I was going to call him Mike, but I don't know him. Mike Bithell is going for a kind of meaning behind this, like kind of teamwork and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Now, like, on their own, they're pretty useless, but together, they make a formidable team.
Yeah. So
it's a nice message.
It's quite like the A-Team.
Yeah, a bit like the A-Team. Yeah, it is.
So I mean,
what would Mad Dog Murdoch have fucking done if he was on his own?
Just went and started shooting fools.
I reckon he would have been Charlie Whitman. Like he literally, he would have just ended up in a fucking bell tower somewhere, popping fools off. You know what I mean?
Well, like, that guy from GTA 5. What's it called?
Trevor.
Yeah,
he would have been. Yeah, but then that's not
Trevor.
That's not a bad thing because Trevor's a brilliant character, as we've discussed. But like, I've always wondered that. Like, what? I don't really know what like Murdoch's. I know what his skill is, but like, there's no backstory. Like, what? How did he become good at like spray painting coaches? You know what I mean? Like, because in the beginning there's that bit where he's like spray paints the side of a coach and then like runs off and rips the stencil up afterwards.
Yeah.
Which incidentally is what made me want to be a graphic artist. Right? Like, how did he fucking learn to do that in the army?
That's what I say about you. You know to do different things. I think you are the modern day Murdoch.
The modern day, but without the madness.
Yeah, well,
or the Well, no, I'm not mad. I'm not.
Right,
and I don't wear peak caps all the time, but I used to.
You used to wear a cap?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. But then when I started going bald, I was like, I can't wear a cap because people will think I'm wearing a cap to cover up the baldness. And you know, you get stuck in that thing, and I was like, shit. But then when I started shaving my head completely, because my head's like an egg, right? It's like a shiny head with a beard stuck on the bottom. Like if you got a hard-boiled egg and like covered it in PVA glue and then dropped it in some pube trimmings and then took it out again,
from a sex toy,
you would basically have a model of my head.
Like, he's not wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He's not wrong.
Then I started shaving my head and I was like, now I can start wearing a cap again. But then if you've got a shaved head and you wear a cap, when you take it off, it leaves like a red line all around your head. And like the imprint on it. So you end up with this like patterned head. So I was like, I'm losing on all fronts, man.
And they're sponsored by NY.
Yeah, man, I want New Era to come and sponsor me and give me hats that don't... Like, you should make hats for bald people. You know what I mean? That like show off. It's like, I'm proud of being bald. And like, but I want to wear a hat sometimes, for instance, in the sun.
I love it in Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry Davis try to make like a kind of ethnic group out of bald people. They all have this shared experience.
But the thing is, it kind of is that way because you can't help what colour you're born or like from which, from which part of the world or whatever. You can't help if your genes say that you're going to have male pattern baldness or any kind of baldness. If you're going to be a fucking slaphead, it ain't your fault. You know what I mean? I didn't choose this life. So, if you're going to fucking single me out for being bald, then fuck you. So would you say another form of racism?
Would you say your struggle was just as bad as the black struggle in America?
Definitely not. No, definitely not. As I don't want... It's like there was never a bald guy on a bus that stood up for bald rights, you know what I mean?
Bald people could sit at the front of the bus.
Yeah, there was never a bald guy on a bus that was like, no, actually I'm not fucking moving, screw you. You know what I mean? Malcolm Slap X. It's not going to happen.
Right, so from Thomas Was Alone to bald people, how did we get here?
I don't know.
God only knows. I'm going to turn over my notes.
I love this notepad you've got, man. Absolutely. Before you go on, because we were talking about like the narration of the game.
Yeah.
I've been playing Bastion again. Like I played it before, and it's I don't know how to explain it. It's like a top-down view. It's who's the developer?
Greg Kasavin, is it? I don't know if that's the guy.
Yeah, he was one of the directors. But there's basically it was one of the Greg Cavasin and Amir Rayo, I think.
Okay.
They directed it, and yeah, it's essentially it's like this sort of slightly old-fashioned looking game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not old-fashioned. It's old-fashioned in the terms of like it's really colourful, and it's like going back to the original days of like Nintendo and Sega, where you know, like Sonic, where it was really colourful and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like is it isometric they call that?
Your hands like that?
Yeah,
I think that's called jazz hands.
Yeah, jazz hands. You know when you look at something diagonally.
Yeah,
I should know this.
A tangent.
Yeah, it's on an angle. You know, you're looking down on it. It's at an angle.
Maths was
you know
the
what I
first
mean? Well, anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's like so. It's isometric, kind of top down, and it's like it's on the diagonal. So the one thing about the game I found weird to start with is, you know, like if you want to go. Like, you know, to walk in what would be a straight line on the screen because it's diagonal, you have to press two keys.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you're essentially like this little fella, this little dude, and you're just constantly referred to as the kid,
right?
Most of the way through. But you come from Solondia, and it's like this world, and the something happened there, you know.
So is this an indie game or?
Yeah, in essence it is. Yeah, like it's made by it's like a studio.
Okay,
but it's not like it's not a big studio. I think there's 7 people on the whole in you know that make these games. But the backstory sort of reveals itself as you go through, you know, and they call it the calamity. It's this thing that happened to the world that it fractured it and split it up, and now, you know, sections of this world of Solondia are now like spread out as these sort of floating chunks of world, and you can use this system of transport to get around, and it's sort of like you keep coming back to this one. You keep coming back to the Bastion, which is like this one area that you now kind of control, and you have to get these cores. You have to pull cores in from each level. And you can choose the levels, as it were, you know, like sort of like on Super Mario World, where you used to be able to, you come to a fork in the road.
Oh yeah.
You know, remember you could choose like you could do this level or that one. Mm-hmm. It's a bit like that, but slightly more open. Okay. So you go into these different worlds, and you fight the different types of enemies that are in each one, and you can sort of level up your.
Is it like turn-based fighting? Or?
No, it's you just you know you're running around. It's you know, it's constantly on there, and. Yeah, like the enemies in there are really cool as well. It's very cartoony. You've got these sort of they look like little sort of drops of oil, like, you know, like a teardrop shaped enemy, but like with the sort of spherical part at the top and like a little curly tail that comes underneath.
Okay.
And it just sort of the narrator who's there, who's also a big part of it. He narrates as you go through. So anything you do, you know, when I started playing it, I realised you could attack the scenery and like explode the scenery, and you can get like little credits out of them that you can then exchange for stuff. So I tend to fight all the blocks around as well, just in case they sort of drop stuff. And as I was doing it, you know, like the guy's sort of narrating that as well. He's like, yeah, the kid just wanted to bash everything up. So, you know, like it's sort of quite nice. And as you go through, he sort of explains what's happening as you're doing it. So, like, as you play the missions through, you're constantly revealing more of the storyline of what happened, you know, and you can find artifacts which then get explained, and yeah, like, so then when you get these cores from each level, you then bring them back to the levels are like former parts of
the world
of Solondia, and so you bring them back and you start to rebuild from the Bastion. And sort of, you know, like you can make like little things for, you know, upgrading your weapons or upgrading, you know, like your potions, like health system stuff. There's a sort of a bit of a confusing thing in there, which is there's like a temple which you can put icons in, or you can activate different icons. And I haven't done it because I'm a bit scared, because when you activate these, it's unclear to me whether you're making it, you're putting these powers on yourself. Because on one of them it said foes become faster, you know, faster on their feet and with weapons. And I was thinking, well, is that foes of the people who made the artifact, or is it making my foes quicker?
So do you think
harder?
this is unclear on the game's part, or do you think you could have just done more research for this?
Well, I don't think I need to. If I buy a game, I don't want to be researching it. I want it to just work. Yeah. So for me, that's sort of one of the things where I was like, what?
Research within the game?
Well, yeah, well, the research would have been to activate it and see, and I was too scared.
Yeah.
So maybe that's my problem. But yeah, you know, so this is going. This is happening as well. So you can upgrade. You can sort of tailor your thing. You can choose your weapons. There's like there's levels you can go to that you can practice, you know, like your archery, but it works in a sort of, you know, like gold, silver, bronze way. So depending on your performance, you can win the highest level, which then like opens a different thing up for you. You can get a better weapon. So there's lots of incentives to do these sort of training missions, you know. And yeah, as I was saying about the bad guys, they just look really cool. They're really really colourful and just like interesting, and the names, there's like the windbags, which are like these big sort of, you know, like in those Studio Ghibli films, they've got like the spirits, and it's like maybe like a big circle with tiny weird little wings and funny like that old sort of Japanese sort of anime style.
Has it got substance to match up with this style? Or?
Definitely, yeah. Like, because I mean, essentially, you're running around killing stuff, but for me, that's the gameplay. But the storyline and the narrator keep me engaged in the world because you're finding things out, and there's these sort of you keep coming across these, like, they look like statues, they're like stone people, and there's one section where you're walking through this level with almost no enemies, and there's loads of them, and as you go past them, he's saying like, you know, oh, Mrs. whatever, you know, she didn't make it either, and so and you know, and so there's all these little characters in there that, you know, like that the narrator's talking about, and you get this real sense of loss. Like, you know, this is someone that he knew, and now they're just this kind of stone character, and you can slash at them and break them up, and the narrator will say, like, you know, he just couldn't bear to look at them anymore, you know. So it's like no matter what you do, it kind of keeps building to the story, and that it keeps it engaging in that way. And the gameplay elements are fun, you know, sometimes repetitive, but like I don't think that's a problem because there's so much to find out, and they use them in different combinations to make things, you know. There's always an end boss, which is usually like a big arena with fuckloads of baddies in there, and you're like, oh, I gotta kill them all, you know. But they've got their different things, like the windbags they're really slow. They look a bit like the ghosts out of Mario.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got those funny little sort of like...
I hate those fucking ghosts.
Those funny little, like, this little V-shaped wing things.
Yeah.
They've got like them and these sort of... But it looks like... Imagine if you got like a leather beach ball with those little things on, like a tiny little funny tail. It's just very short. They're like that, and they move around really slowly, and they look a bit sad, you know, like they're little downwards eyes, like... And they move around, and they leave this kind of green slime behind them. And if you go through that, it really slows you down. Right. But then every now and again, they just fucking shoot at you and knock you, you're flying, you know. And then the more you shoot them, the smaller they get, until eventually they go. But the one dynamic that I thought was really interesting is you've got the gas fellas, which he refers to them as, which are like these little teardrop things. And when you kill them, they just explode into gas. Right. But there's big ones as well that have got like arms, and they've got axes, and they come at you. In the end battles, like for the boss, you've got these two different types of enemies who don't like each other as well. So they'll also fight each other. So there's a kind of... I don't know, to me it's sort of like, it begs the question of like, why didn't they get on? And so there's a sort of history that you feel like is there.
That you're interested in?
Yeah, because you're in the middle of something else. It's not just you fighting all these bad guys, there's something else happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I find that interesting because it's like, oh, why don't they get on? What happened? You know, and so there's so much to it, and I can't stress how important the narration is to it. Like, if they hadn't have had this narration, the game would be nowhere near as interesting as it is.
Right, okay.
You know?
You've twice referred to something being like Mario. Do you think there's a big kind of influence there?
I think the influence isn't from Mario or that era of computer games. I think Mario was influenced by a specific style, you know? And you see that style echoed throughout, like, sort of quite modern Japanese culture. And, you know, like the different animes and things like that. There's a certain style that things usually are. Yeah. And I think it's that style that the artist for it, I think it's Gen Z, she kind of has said that her whole inspiration was that, you know, to go back to that Japanese style and really play with it. Like the main character looks very sort of anime, you know. It's got that kind of look, but not so much where you feel like you're playing like an anime game.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like that. Because then it's more gamey as well in that respect. You've got it's not standing up from the art. The art is fantastic and it looks fucking gorgeous. And the way they've done things, like when you walk around the levels, you sort of start off in one area, and as you walk around, the land sort of floats up from underneath, from off screen, and builds like the level as you walk across.
Okay.
So you and because the levels are floating as well, the whole time you're sort of looking down on the level, but beyond that, you look down and you can see like, you know, land and sky and stuff going on underneath. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So even though you're looking down from above, you've still got like a really nice sky, almost, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You've still got something happening in the background which looks really pretty. So there's a lot of decisions. I mean, I think the reason they did that was like when I read into it, there was a lot of things that they were playing with at the beginning. I think they spent a good 9 months pre-production on deciding. Okay. But they decided that they wanted this top-down view, you know, and this is what we're going to do. But that meant they couldn't have a sky. So the whole calamity, this thing that happened to the world, was kind of back-written in. Because they said, well, we need it to be all fractured and these chunks that sort of assemble themselves. And the assembly line, the way that it assembled itself was the child of the fact they didn't want to have a map screen. They didn't want you to have to look at where you'd been already versus where you haven't been. So the way that the world builds itself as you walk along, basically, if it's there, then you've been there. And if it's been built, then that's where you go. Do you know what I mean? So they didn't need to put a map in. And because it was floating, they managed to get a sky in there. And I think all of these elements, they sort of went, oh, brilliant. And then they kind of retro wrote, you know, and went, well, we need to explain this. And then the creative mechanics that they could explain through story. Then I think that the cherry on top is, again, the narrator. They took this, you know, like all these different elements and went, we've got to explain this. How do we do backstory? Do you do it before? Do you do it after? So fuck it, let's get a narrator in and talk about it as you go along, which fills so many functions because it gives you history, it keeps you engaged, and do you know what I mean? It just adds so much atmosphere. The music in it is fantastic. It's this sort of kind of like dreamy, like steel guitar almost as well in there. Just amazing. Everything about the game I fucking just love, man.
So these guys have made a second game, Transistor.
Transistor, yeah.
What have you got into that yet?
No, I was watching the trailer earlier on, and again, like the guy that did the voiceover, the narrator, I think Logan Cunningham, which is a wicked name. Like Logan, who's called Logan? Logan Ram.
Wolverine, that's called Logan.
Yeah, but Logan's such a fucking badass name.
It's like Cunningham as well. It's Scottish. It's like a Scottish Wolverine.
Yeah, but also like Cunningham in an American sense. You think like Richie Cunningham, you know?
Oh yeah.
You think like it's like Logan Cunningham sounds like a badass who's just a nice family guy. But if you fuck with his family, you're done. You know what I mean? Like that's what I just see this guy and I'm like, man.
It's like that. Kevin Bridges sketch was talking about Chad Hogan having a party, American party. Chad Hogan, that's another name. Logan Cunningham's having a party, man.
Yeah, it's just exactly. Someone says it's like, are we going to tonight? I'm going to a party. Whose party is it? You know, Logan. You're like Logan Cunningham. Oh, yeah, like he's the guy that will fuck you up if you mess with his family.
Is it what nationality is this guy?
It's American, I guess.
Because as soon as I hear the word Logan, I either think he's Australian or American. It's like only two of the places that person could come from.
Yeah, like yeah, I know what you mean, Logan. Yeah, it's really just a cool name, man. Yeah. But yeah, so he's on the new game as well, at least on the trailer.
Okay.
And I don't know so much about it, but I mean, I am going to get it because I want to review it and I want to play it more than anything. But they've really done a good job with that as well. From what I've seen, they've really learned. They've got the same artist in. So Gen Z's doing that as well. Also, if you want to check out some really cool shit, go check out her DeviantArt page. Just type it in Gen Z, JenZee, not Z as in Z, because we're not American. So Gen Z, go and check out her DeviantArt page, and you can see like all of her the concept stuff she's done that's not attached to the game. Fucking amazing, man. Really cool. But like she's done another good job on the whole thing as well. And in the trailer, they've they've done that cool thing where people animate what was like a still image of something.
And it slightly moves.
Yeah, and they slightly move it just to add that bit of that. They've done like lots of stuff like that, and I just know the game's going to be fucking wicked.
Yeah,
like,
cool.
So yeah, man. And again, the music in that sounded amazing. But I think the storyline of that is that she is like a singer, like a sort of lounge room singer. Red, her name is.
Okay.
Obviously, she's got red hair. So the name makes sense,
yeah.
And then she has to sort of fight against some kind of protagonist. You know what I mean?
See, that's why the PR is the big bucks.
Yeah, because we really fucking dig down. We're gonna. This computer game is about someone who's got to do something
against someone else.
And that is, you know what I mean? Fuck me. we should be getting more money than we are.
Should be getting some money.
Some money would be, yeah. We were thinking of putting. Well, I don't know. I say we. I was thinking of putting a donate button on the website, and I was like, "What do you have to do?" Because if you do that, there's like a little option, and it says like, I didn't know this was a thing, but when you press a donate button, it makes me look.
So people, please do something that we've never done.
Yeah. Be the change you want to see in the world. When you press on a donate button, you get options of how much you want to donate.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, but then I either have, it's that thing of like, I can't remember who said this. It might have been on another podcast. I'm going to change the analogy into something different, right? But like when you go to a chip shop and you say like, I want a portion of chips, right? And then when they're doing it, you say like, oh, small, so they start doing it. And then when you see what the size is, then you can be like, oh, actually, no, I want a large portion. Because they've revealed what, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they've shown their hand.
Yeah.
The analogy I had was with ice creams. Actually, it's better. But say like one scoop, and then you can see how big the scoop is.
Yeah.
And then if it's a big scoop, then you can be like, oh, actually 2. And they can't fuck you and give you a smaller one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was.
I think it was Winston Churchill.
Might have been, yeah. It was definitely someone like who's a bigger deal than me. So this isn't my analogy. Please don't say this is my analogy. I've stolen it from someone. I can't remember who it was. But it's like that. It's like I want to know how much they want. Like if I show my hand and say like you can donate 10 or 20 or 30 euros, right? Then or bitcoins, which PayPal are now supporting apparently.
Yeah.
Nice. You heard it here, probably second or third.
5,000.
Yeah. Then they sort of can make it up for themselves. But if I say donate 10 money, then they could be like, you cheeky bastard. Do you know what I mean? And if I put 1, then they would have been like, oh, I was going to give you 3. So I sort of think, well, I don't want to do that.
Well, you could put free suggested donation. Can you not?
Yeah, but we could have suggested 10. Do you know what I'm saying?
We're not doing this anyway, are we?
No, we're not. But it's just that thing where I'm like, oh, I really don't know what to do. So yeah, man. I just find it really weird.
We should have one of these things, like Comic Relief. We should have a thon.
Well, there's a thing that Game Over Greg has done. What's his?
Greg Miller.
Yeah. His thing, the show that they do together.
Together with her.
I can't. You'd have to look it up because I'm only just starting through Pedestrians because we've become active on Twitter, which means I look on it a lot now. We're starting to see those other things, and what he's done is they've got a thing where it's kind of like you can donate a certain amount per month,
like a direct debit.
Yeah, to a thing, and they've hit the $12,000 a month mark where people are regularly donating this to the show.
Really?
Yeah. So basically every month they get $12,000 to split up, however they like. And I was sort of thinking, well, that's cool, but I couldn't help feeling a bit jealous.
Does he have sponsorship as well?
Probably. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want to knock the guy, but there was that part of me that was like, that's fucking so cool. Someone's donating money, and you look down the options of what you can donate, because you can donate a nominal amount, or you can pick a prepaid option. You get certain returns on that, sort of like with Kickstarter.
Yeah.
The more you give, that you get certain things back. Like if you donate this much, you'll get a sit down, or you can come on a show or whatever. And yeah, man, some of the donations were like, I think the smallest one was like $10 a month. And it went up to something like, thousands. And someone had I think $1,000 or $1,500 a month had been taken. Someone had done that. And I was like, that's fucking mad.
What could we have is like 500 euros, you get to stroke your beard.
No one wants to stroke my beard, man.
I think they might.
Someone might, but let's give it a few months. Skewing there right away, like, you can donate like thousands a month. It's like, who the fuck is going to donate 1,000 to something that they're getting for free anyway?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when we're certainly not at the stage where people will be like, oh, I want to be on the show because whatever.
Just to be clear, we're not actually talking about monetizing this show. We're just talking about the monetizing of shows.
Yeah, of other shows, yeah.
Because we know we are in our second episode, and we're in no way thinking about that at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, well.
I think we've got different business models in our mind. I want to be rich.
If anyone wants to send an Xbox One, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, an Xbox One would be really nice, because then we could actually review Xbox One games. And then, if people want to like send us games,
yeah,
fucking brilliant.
PlayStation 4, so we can play Diablo.
Or just crisps. You know what I mean? Send us chips. If you're American,
cheesy what's it?
If you're English, don't send us chips, because they'll be cold by the time they get to us.
I would still eat them, to be fair.
Me too. If there were those little crispy ones that you get at the bottom of the cone.
Oh yeah.
Well, say cone. I'm dating myself now. You don't get cones of chips anymore, do you?
In Scotland, it's a poke.
Yeah,
poke of chips.
A poke of chips.
Yeah,
I like that. But then if you order fish and chips in Scotland, you ask for a fish supper, and that sounds so cute. You know what I mean?
We are cute, right?
Because then it's like when you threaten your child to go to bed without any supper, it's an impact. When my mum said that to me, I was like, "What the fuck is supper?" I only ever heard about that in like fairy tales. I didn't even know what supper was.
Mythical Scottish chippies.
Yeah, a chipper. Yeah. So if you're feeling this is the thing with like the bastardisation of English language by the Scotch. It's like when you say things like you're going down the chipper. And I expect to see some like sort of.
Is it Edinburgh? It says chipper.
No, I think it's Aberdeen.
Fuck that.
Yeah, they're not really Scottish.
They voted 70% no, so they're not Scottish.
Yeah, because they've got all the oil right now.
Yeah,
fuckers. So it's all it's all like oil workers living there.
Yeah,
and they're not even living in the centre. That's where all the crackheads live. They didn't even know a vote was happening.
Our Aberdonian demographic is just gone now.
Well, fuck them. We don't want them. And if you are living in Aberdeen, listening to this, you're probably not from Aberdeen.
No.
You know what I mean? Because if you were, you'd be chasing a can of McEwen's down the street.
Place that I used to be in Glasgow, that you got something called a Scooby snack, and it was obviously for stoners, you know. It was a pizza box, where they just filled all the stuff from the place. Like you got pakora in there, doner meat,
that sounds wicked.
Chips. Everything, man. It just was all congealed in the box when you opened it. It was fantastic.
I'm just wondering though, like, yeah, I don't want to alienate people from Aberdeen. I'm joking. There are some nice people from there, but I mean, I fucking lived there for a little bit, man, and it was grim. Grim place to live. Don't live there because it's grey. The buildings are grey, and some optimists say, "Oh, but they glitter in the sun because they're made of fucking granite." And it's like, well, the sun has to be out. You know what I mean? So it's a grey sky. It's got grey floor, which is quite normal, and then you've got grey buildings everywhere, and on top of that, the people are quite grey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not joking. It has got a huge population of crackheads, and they're those crackheads with the high pitched voice. They're not like slurring like crackheads. They're like, "Alright, you want to go down the jail to get dead?" You're like, "Why have you got such a high pitched voice?" Crack doesn't do that to you. It's like, I don't get it, man.
But I hope my brother doesn't listen to this because his wife's from Aberdeen.
Oh fuck!
I know.
Sorry, Graham's brother's wife. But maybe that's till she lived there now.
No, she
case in point.
She broke free.
She's done exactly, so she will know.
She's got a fucked up accent now because she lived in for a uni years. She lived in Edinburgh, so she's got this half Aberdonian, half. So
she's basically done 3/4 of Scotland.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Well, if you count Inverness as a quarter, it's you know what I mean.
It's an eighth. It's half a quarter.
I mean, like, I've got nothing against Invernessians.
Inverness.
Is the what do you because you got Aberdonians, Glaswegians, Edinburghers.
Yeah, Edinburgh, isn't it?
Yeah, and what's an Inverness?
Invernessian.
If you know, then fucking let us know, because we haven't got a clue. And he's from Scotland. And I pointed to him with my thumb as well. He's from Scotland.
He's from Scotland, not the other guy in the room.
Yeah, him. So yeah, we should get back to games.
What was it? Okay, did we play anything else?
I don't know.
I played Devil May Cry.
Did you?
Yeah.
Devil May
We
Cry.
just stopped here because Andy was busting for a piss.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of pre-recording a podcast is. Well, the thing is, if you're doing a radio show and you need a piss, you can put a record on and just fucking run away.
Yeah.
But like when you're podcasting, you just have to keep making wide eyes at the person you're talking to and be like, I need a fucking piss. Like, can you get this? Can you cover me? I don't know.
You were just really excited about Bastion.
No, I needed a piss really bad, and it was struggling. And then the piss wouldn't end because I've been drinking pop the whole time we're talking. I still got some
You'll
left.
need to specify what pop is because most people will not be from the 70s.
Yeah, okay, so I've been drinking cordial.
Cordial.
Yeah. And I've even got a soda stream, which is fucking, again, really, really fucking 80s.
I don't think I had seen a soda stream since Bullseye. That was one of the prizes in Bullseye.
I love Bullseye. But yeah, man, I got that, and I've been drinking my fizzy pop the whole time, and then I was like, oh, this was not a great idea. You know what I mean? It's not like I haven't got a commode that I can just piss in.
His mum told me not to give him too much fizzy pop.
Yeah, you didn't listen though, did you?
Right, so anyway, back
I've just noticed actually we're maxing out a lot of this. We keep reading out. I think mostly we're okay, but if you listen to this, actually you'll notice that on the last episode we had a reverb issue.
Yes.
We had some echo, and got rid of that by just being technical and doing things the right way. And then this episode, I feel like we're maxing out a lot. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and put a technical error into every show, just for you, just for you.
So there's a chance we could be coming aggressively in your ear.
Yeah. So if you notice that and you keep thinking, God, these guys keep maxing out, then that's by design. We did that on purpose. And next week we'll fix that and we'll bring a new issue in.
We'll just be very quiet next week.
Yeah, it'll be really low in the mix. You have to really turn it up.
Be like a jazz DJ.
Yeah. I want to do that. I want to be a jazz DJ.
Right, last video game to talk about.
Last video game. Go on.
I've been playing Devil May Cry.
Yeah, is it good?
It's I started I'll give you a bit of a history here. I had a
Bit of a... Oh God.
Here we go again.
He's got his jacket on with little patches on the arms. He's fucking...
For myself, I have got a really strange history of video games. I had...
you train them in the dungeon?
Yes. I just put them there. I can't stop myself. No.
They're just so cute. Oh, that was weird. I made myself feel funny then. But also have a semi on.
Just the same.
Yeah. The idea of computer games locked in a basement that shouldn't turn anyone on.
Makes you half chubbed.
Yeah. Got a chub on. So sorry, carry on.
I liked video games. I've liked video games my whole life, but I seem to have liked different video games from everyone else. Like, my friends at school weren't really into playing video games, so I was basically left to my own devices. I never had any recommendations from anyone else.
I like what you did there. You were left to your own devices.
There we go. It's journalism training, dropping pun bombs all over the place.
All over the gaff.
So I played games like Kevin Keegan's Player Manager, which no one else would probably play.
I think you were probably the only person in the world.
Yeah. So when everyone else was playing Zelda and Devil May Cry, games like this, I was off doing other things, video game wise. So I'm kind of going back now. I just bought Ocarina of Time for the 3DS, so I'm going to get into my Zelda, see what that's all about. And I played the DMC, the reboot of Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Really enjoyed it. And thought, right, I'm going to go back. On PlayStation Store, the Devil May Cry trilogy was like £12 or something.
Oh, just as a package?
Yeah, so I just bought that.
Pounds? It's weird because I'm so used to talking in euros now.
Yeah.
That I go like, pound. Oh yeah, it's a
I can't have my PlayStation Store in German because I just won't be able to buy anything. I was just like, what is this in?
You got to integrate, man. You got to integrate. I mean, I can't speak perfect German, but I can hash my way through
a website.
Through a website or a menu system in German.
One day I will get there.
Yeah, we should do it. We should do that.
So yeah, fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. It's such a good game. Even as I said earlier about Tomb Raider, you can see how dated it is with the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
The mechanics in Devil May Cry.
So when did the first Devil May Cry come out? What year are we talking?
It was in 2001.
2001, so
Yes.
that's some fucking 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
PlayStation 2 game.
Jesus.
Yeah, see, when you think about 2001, you still think that's modern.
Yeah, you do, yeah, but it's not.
13 years ago. Yeah.
It's not at all, man. In 2001, I was just goofing off on Jackass.
Yeah. And like Pulp Fiction was out like 20 years ago.
That's scary, man. Fucking scary.
I still think of Pulp Fiction as a modern film.
I think everyone does, because it's like, it's one of those things that like it was in my teenage years, I guess.
Yeah.
And so it sticks there as like, you know, when you can make a sticky post on a thread.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's the sticky post of films. It just
Yeah.
sits there as like constantly modern. You know, it's weird.
Yeah. So, fantastic jumping, shooting, slashing. The controls are amazing. Jump up out of the way of enemies. You can shoot at them while you're doing it. Everything seems
Everything you would expect from a computer game.
Yeah, but everything seems so polished, and it's really kind of what's the word I'm looking for when it's like
Good.
it's really good. And it's like natural. It feels really
Intuitive.
Intuitive. That's the one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want. Yeah. So
Says the guy that didn't go to university to the guy that fucking majored in English.
measured. I never went to America.
I don't know why I said that. It's because of all the fucking Americans I used to deal with.
Influenced by them. Yeah. So you play as Dante, who's half human, half demon. He's a son of legendary Dark Knight called Sparda.
Okay,
Yeah.
that all makes sense. It didn't sound like you were reading that off a paper at all.
I wasn't. I
Just straight from the top of the dome. Yeah, straight from the top of my dome.
Throughout the game, you're always getting hit with shit like this. Like,
Well, what? I mean, is it like is it sort of side on? Is it 3D? Is it
it's
first
3D.
person?
It's a 3D action game.
Third
yeah.
first?
Third.
Third.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So one thing about it that's completely awful though is the camera. The camera is complete ass. Like sometimes you're running towards the camera, and you can't see the enemies because you're running towards the camera.
It's not fixed.
No, the camera moves. It's like Devil May Cry was meant to be a Resident Evil game originally.
Okay.
And at the last minute, I don't know what happened, but they changed it and it came out as Devil May Cry. So if you can imagine that the camera in the first Resident Evil game was complete bollocks as well.
Yeah, because in that though it was a static camera. Is that the same in Devil May Cry? Is the camera static, or does it sort of move with you in some way?
It moves with you, but it doesn't move in the ways that you want it to move.
It doesn't move properly.
No.
Does it ever clip through shit, so you sometimes see through scenery or anything?
Yeah,
like that?
stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. So they hadn't quite perfected it back in 2001.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at just to kind of get some context. I was looking at the GameStop review from when it came out.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how the graphics were so amazing looking and stuff, and it just
Yeah.
seemed weird now. But yeah, back in the day, it would have been fine. So stuff like that, it's really like you're running towards enemies and you don't know they're there.
Yeah, and you're like, you know that they're there, but
You just don't know when they're going to hit you.
you're like, oh fuck, this is terrible.
So things like that. One thing I really like about it is it doesn't give you any guidance at all. I mean, modern games you feel as if sometimes they're holding your hand too much. So there's an arrow pointing in the direction you should go. This gives you nothing. Basically, you're just exploring. You don't know what to do at all.
Well, that's something I miss as well, though, from games. I really miss, like, even in really open world games like the Fallout series, you've always got, like, there's like a little thing, you know, like on your kind of, not radar, but, you know, you've got like a little directional thing. There's always like a little block with like that sort of says, go in this direction and this is going to... So you don't even need to pay attention to the missions. You can just follow the block all the time. Same with like Bioshock, it's not so open world, but you just follow the arrow. You know what I mean?
So it kind of adds that difficulty, and like I was constantly going to one of the walkthroughs online because I was just like, I have no idea where the fuck I'm supposed to go here.
Yeah.
I was so used to having my handheld that I just didn't know what I was to do. So, but eventually I'm getting to a stage where when I see a game like Destiny, when I go back to play Destiny, it's showing me pointing the arrow. I'm just like, oh well, that's a bit boring.
Yeah, like because that's the thing. Like it removes you from like. Do you remember back in the old like point and click adventures?
Yeah,
like all the LucasArts stuff. Monkey Island, fucking. What was that really weird one? Zack McCracken. all these old. You know, like. There was an element of like you were out there on your own, man. There was no one telling you. There was no way. Like you had to deduce.
You had to investigate shit.
Yeah, you had to deduce like from this. You had to look at everything in the world. You were like constantly mouse overing the shit out of the whole screen. Like, and that translated to